Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Tucson. We're back. Fresh Start is back this Saturday morning, and we so excited to have you tune in and be with us on this Sunday morning. You know how it goes. If you're ready, go get your Fruit Loops, your Apple Jacks, your Captain Crunch, your oatmeal, your donuts and bagels with cream cheese, however you like it. Let's go. It's the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. Our co-host Tom Cortez is in the building. Good morning to everybody on today. Party people everywhere. Those that last night, hope you had a good rest and you're getting up to enjoy this beautiful sunshine and the weather. Sun peeking over the mountain, and we're just excited on today, and we're excited to have you to be again part of our family on this Saturday morning. And so there's been a lot going on in politics. There's been a lot going on national politics, local politics, and we are excited to see some energy, people getting excited to vote again. People are already talking about participating in this year's election. It's your constitutional right as an American to exercise your power and authority to vote. And so we most definitely encourage everyone, if you're not registered, you're 18 and older, not registered, get registered this year. Get down to the ballot box and exercise your ability to vote. Now, we can't tell you who to vote for, but anyone that is most in alignment with your policies, your principles, and your ideology or vision for America, vote for that. But most definitely, so many people have offered their blood, sweat, and tears, and actually even died to make sure that Americans, especially disenfranchised Americans, can have the ability to vote. Believe it or not, there was a time when women wasn't allowed to vote.
That's right.
I think a lot of the time, is it right?
Yeah.
Right? So please get out and exercise your ability to vote. Listen, we got our fundraiser coming up at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church here in Tucson. It's going to be on August 23rd at 8 a.m. So come out and join us. Usually people come on out a little early between 7 a.m. 7:30, get their tables, get their seats. We're kicking it off at 8 a.m. For our Fresh Start fundraiser breakfast that will again be at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church here in Tucson. And we're looking for you to come and get some tickets or get a table. We want you to participate and to help us in the cause of helping our brothers and sisters to get back on their feet. Also, October 19th this year, we will be at the Tucson Convention Center, Fresh Start Expo Tucson. We'll be going forth, so y'all know how we do it. I don't think I have to go over and over the specific details because you guys now know by experience what we do, but we're here to help you with your legal issues. We're here to help you with getting your rights restored, getting your felony conviction, we'll call it seal your records law. I was thinking of expungement. We don't use that term, but it's still similar to that, to where we help you to get that felony expunged where you can have a greater opportunity with your employer and with your housing. So we're doing all kind of different things. City courts, justice courts are doing those misdemeanor things. We're squashing warrants. We are helping with court fees and fines. We're helping with tickets. We're helping with suspended driver's license. So come on out. Andy Silverman and their group are helping you get the paperwork together. If you want to get your voters' rights restored, Tom is a recipient of the Fresh Start program of helping you get your rights back. And he is this year going to be able to vote in the presidential election. I believe he voted for the primaries locally. So he's now have an opportunity to vote in this year's presidential election. How amazing and how powerful is that? That is to let you know that Fresh Start is not a farce. We're not fake. We are doing the real business of helping our brothers and sisters get back on their feet. And then also, let's not forget, I told you last year that we were going to expand. This year it's happening.
Come on.
So we're having Fresh Start Phoenix November 2nd at the Grand Canyon University. So listen, it's going down. So save the dates for those big events. October 19th, Fresh Start Tucson. November 2nd is Fresh Start Phoenix. So we'll be covering both cities and both counties this year, and we're looking to doing some great things. So continue to support us. Continue to work with us. We want to thank Frederick Mason, who has always been connected to the show, supporting our show. He is one of our brothers who are currently incarcerated right now. And Frederick, we just want to say thank you, man, for just trusting in us. Thank you for taking a chance on us. Thank you for being so relentless on writing those letters. There are times, sometimes we don't even get the letter. We don't even know they're in the mailbox to the radio station. Say, hey, you got some mail. And guess who it is?
Frederick.
It is Frederick Mason all the time. So, brother, I don't know where you are, but I just want to say thank you for supporting. I remember you first started sending letters to us. And I want to encourage you to be like Frederick. If you want to tell us your story, we don't mind getting on this mic in the radio station to tell your story if you want us to know. But we're here. So if you want to send some letters, we do have a mailbox here at the radio station at 3222 South Ritchie, Suite 124. I'm sorry. Tucson, Arizona, 85719. So that is 3222 South Ritchie, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. So mail us your letters. Let us hear your story. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us, even if you're having some struggles, some obstacles that you're dealing with, we want to be able to help you. And we want to be able to speak truth to power. We want to be able to make sure that you're okay. So, yeah, send us some letters. Send us some letters. So, again, that address in our mailbox is at 106 The Groove at 3222 South Ritchie, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. So, again, thank you, Frederick, for always sending us some letters, letting us know what's going on, letting us know what you're experiencing. And we want to do all we can to speak life into you and speak encouragement to you and continue to be steadfast and stay resilient. Because after a while, things are going to change. You're going to be getting out.
Right.
And we want to do what we can to be offering our services to you as well. All right. So, yeah, so those are the things that's coming up, and we are excited. So, Tom, what's going on, man? How you been? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ecstatic. I actually went and got to vote on Tuesday, and I went to the polls, and I wore my little buttons that my nephew got me from the election that I voted in 1980 for John Anderson, the presidential candidate. I went into the polling place at the library there on Golf Links, and I told the people I haven't voted for 42 years. They laughed and they smiled and they said, whatever you need, we're here to help you. There was a gentleman that said, if you'd like to do the digital, I'll walk you through it. And he sat there the whole time with me, bro, that if I had any questions whatsoever, he was there to answer them. I mean, they were, it was really, really cool, bro. It was to experience the people that were working the polling place and to have that just life, bro. They had joy in there, and all the people that were coming in to vote, and it was like everybody got a smile and a little sticker that said I voted, you know. And look at it, bro. Look at the numbers, man. It's like 10% of the people in Pima County voted. 10%, bro. Like less than 100,000 people voted, where we have over 1 million people in this county. So 90% of this county really doesn't care who carries us into the future, or they're just too busy on that day to vote. But please, man, come November, take an interest, because this is a really important election coming up.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And this is going to formulate a lot of our futures and what transpires in those futures by who gets elected in this cycle.
Most definitely.
And like you said, we don't tell you who to vote for, but we tell you to search your heart and examine the candidate. And examine their integrity, their credibility, and their character. Because they are all things that you can't teach somebody. They just have them naturally. And we know a lot of people in politics don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the ones are glaring that do, bro. So let's pick them out. I also wanted to add that August 15th is the Second Chance event. I will be there with a Fresh Start table. Fresh Start International will be there. William will probably be with me. We'll be there taking notes or helping you guys get the paperwork together that you're going to need for the October event. And if we can get you to get all your paperwork together prior to October, we can get you right in to see somebody. And then, you know, it's not going to be an all-day thing. It's not going to, you know, look at those judges, bro. Those judges, those attorneys that at Goodwill, when we did the warrant thing, they stayed 2 more hours,
Yeah,
bro.
they did.
2 or 3. No,
Yeah,
it was
few
3
hours.
o'clock. It was 3 o'clock, man, when they left, and we were going to shut down at 1. And they stayed to finish everybody that was there,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
How cool was that?
Yeah.
And they weren't like mad.
And they wasn't antsy either. Like,
Right.
hey, I gotta go.
No,
This is
no,
a Saturday. I don't
no.
get paid for this.
No, they were like, let's
no,
get it
we're
done.
gonna see everybody that came through that door.
How cool is
We're
that?
not leaving until we have seen every person.
How
That's
cool is that,
powerful.
bro?
Yeah.
I mean, and those people were worried, man. They were worried. Are
Right.
these guys going to leave? Are they going to shut down? It's 1 o'clock. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no, the judges are staying until everybody gets done. And they
Yeah.
were like, what? Value, right? How we value human life, how
Yeah.
we show our value in human life.
Yeah.
Bro, that showed up that day.
Yeah.
And that shows up with Fresh Start every day, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's what's so cool about us. And I announced it at election. I said, because of Fresh Start International, I got my rights back, and I'm voting today.
Yeah.
And man, bro,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So as soon as I walked out of there, I got my phone. I'm doing a video. You know, I'm showing the buttons and everything. Because, bro, I was a proud American at that moment, man. I have a right to vote. I got out there and I did vote. And then come election night and seeing the results and you know, for me, bro, I'm ecstatic over Laura Conover because she's been a partner of Fresh Start since the very beginning. And
Yeah.
I don't know if we could do what we do without her.
Yeah.
Because it's been so impactful for her providing us prosecutors, her having the relationship with the people downtown and the judges and stuff like that, and willing to use that relationship to help us forward the opportunity for people who have been disenfranchised from society because of incarceration, and then they re-enter society, and you got people that are looking out for you, man, not just looking out for the victims, but we're also looking out for the people that are going to re-enter society at some point in time. And don't we want to? Don't we want to look at their lives when they walk out of that place and say, what do you need? We want to look at their lives when they're in that place and say, what do you need? And we need the Department of Corrections to start doing that too. We need the Federal Bureau of Prisons to start doing that too. And implementing programs that are actually going to help people move forward when they are released from there. And that's what we're about, bro. We're Fresh Start in prison every day, Fresh Start out of prison every day, in the jail, wherever it is. You need a fresh start, we're going to be there for you because we're growing. And we're in Maricopa in November. Who knows where we're going to be next year, bro?
That's right.
But we're going to be other places because other places need Fresh Start and other people need Fresh Start. Millions of people need Fresh Start.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that if you get a Fresh Start, register to vote and have your voice be heard.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Because that's how we're going to change things, bro. When our voices, over 200,000 in Arizona, we just had 100,000 people vote in our election, right? In Pima County.
Yeah.
We could have decided every race in Pima County with 200,000 votes,
Oh, most definitely.
right?
Most definitely.
So why aren't we getting out there to vote? Let's get out there to vote. Let's change the system that really keeps people down. I mean, systemically, bro, generationally, the system has kept people down, keeps people incarcerated, keeps people in poverty. Let's change that. We can. We have a voice. We have a vote.
Let's change it. Let's change it. How do the best way we do that? We got to get down there to vote, and we also need to be cognizant of voter suppression strategies, intimidating people from not going to the ballot box, all those different things. So we want to make sure this coming election coming up that we don't have groups out there targeting voters, intimidating them, trying to make them not vote, or all kind of crazy tactics that we know start happening around the presidential election. So we want to be cognizant of those things, and we want you also reporting bullying behavior to the authorities. So when people come out to vote, they should be able to exercise their vote, no matter who they are, where they come from, what color skin they are, what culture, ethnicity. Everybody should have a right to exercise their constitutional right to vote. So again, we have these events coming up, and Fresh Start has impacted many people. I mean, they're here even at the Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic. When people were saying one by one how they couldn't believe thousands and thousands of dollars of their court fees and fines were waived or reduced, it was amazing. They're like,
I bet you we're over $1 million.
Yeah, probably.
Over 4 years, I bet you we're over $1 million, especially since this year doing the clinics and everything.
Yeah.
We've had 3 now.
Yeah.
Right? And we've had the event 4 years.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And every time we're hearing 20,000, 15,000, something, right? So, and I mean, easy, 3 weeks ago, that was over 100 grand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what Jaime's group, what he said, one of the mothers had, I forgot the figure was, but
50 something.
I think that's what he said, like $50,000 just in his group alone.
Yeah.
Have over $50,000 worth of fees and stuff waived, and that's just crazy.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to tell you that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. You don't have to drive with a suspended license and taking a chance. You don't have to be having failure to appears. You know, when you get that notice in the mail, you need to go to court.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have failure to appears, because they're probably going to have a warrant for your arrest. But listen, this is what we're here for. So you need the help. Trust me when I tell you, it's a blessing to be able to have an organization that can help you with these legal issues, you know, and be about restorative justice, not just reentry. You know, we really push that restorative justice piece, because you can be about reentry and not be about restorative justice. That's not equal.
Right.
In its definition of mission, right?
Right.
But we're talking about really doing some transformational work by being restorative and versus being so punitive on how we address people who have been arrested and convicted and incarcerated. And that's real public safety. You know, you hear me say, yes, do we need to have sufficient amount of police officers on the street to fight against crime and to do law enforcement work? Absolutely. But you can't arrest your way to a permanent long-term solution. We got to have other weapons in our arsenal, like a restorative justice model of helping people to not just, you know, they paid their dues in prison when they broke the law, but restorative is more looking at the relationship that was harmed and how do we repent for that, and how do we restore and reconcile those broken relationships. And that's where that restorative justice comes in, is that I didn't just break the law, but I also broke some friendships. I broke some trust in a community or in families. I've done some things that I need to be self-aware and self-reflective on what I've done. And real apology, the most strongest apology is change behavior. At some point, you just make up in your mind to change your life and change how you move and change how you treat people and change how you carry yourself. And that's what Fresh Start is all about. And you know, we don't come from a platform of being judgmental. We just want to help our brothers and sisters to restart their life, because they're still a genuine soul in the eyes of God. And even though they made bad choices, and even sometimes when people and society turns against them, you need to know that God will never fail you, and He will never stop loving you. And so we want fresh starts in different cities. You know, for Arizona is the pilot. So we started out in Tucson. This year we're going into Phoenix. We got to perfect Phoenix for a few years and get them used to how this model work up there. And plus it's much larger than Tucson, so there's way more moving parts. And I think once we lock down Tucson, most definitely lock down Phoenix, being a major city, one of the fastest growing cities in America, then that lets us know that we're getting nationally ready.
Yeah.
To start looking at, what does it look like in Detroit or Baltimore, D.C. or Chicago or L.A. And the sky's the limit, So, Tom, what you think, man?
Man, I look at the counties, bro, and there's so many counties, and we have people contacting us all the time saying, hey, I'm from this county. Can you guys... No, we can't.
Right.
But, it's coming. And
coming.
if we, like Maricopa can take North Arizona and Pima County can take Southern Arizona, and we can bring the judges on one day a year, right, for each one of those so that people can go from all counties, right? So
and there's 15 of them.
Yeah, and look at the impact that we have had, bro. We're seeing incredible numbers, and we're seeing incredible numbers on the clinics.
Yeah.
That hundreds and people getting service.
Yeah.
And it's like we're getting more efficient.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful, bro. It's very cool because we can get more people through.
That's right.
So we're not sad at the end of the day when we see people walk away that didn't get the help that they needed.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm telling you, bro. If you're inside right now, start thinking about the things that you need when you're outside, okay? Because you're going to be outside, okay? And there's things in your jacket that have nothing to do with what you're inside for that we could start taking care of now. You can start taking care of all of that stuff. You're supposed to walk out of there, go to the parole office, have your driver's license or your ID card, your social security card, because you've done all the footwork in order to get those things done upon your release. If you're not doing the footwork, what are you doing? Okay? Are you laying in a dorm all day? Are you sitting in a cell all day? You should be writing letters. You should be doing the things that are necessary that bring you and your family a future. And Mr. White says it at the orientation every week, man. He says, you're writing letters home and you're making promises. Start fulfilling those now.
That's right.
Okay? Don't wait till you get out here and you get on the ropes and you want to go back to what you know, not what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are counting on you and they're counting on those promises that you're making. Please fulfill them. Please be a man or a woman of integrity, and what your word says is what you do. And if you do that, your life will change.
Yeah.
And people around you will change because they will see the change in you.
All right, you heard it. Tom told you. So let's get ready. We're going to be in 2 counties. We're going to be in 2 cities. We're going to be in Tucson. We're going to be in Phoenix this year. So we're really, really busy. We got some things going on, and we want you to be encouraged. Again, Frederick, thank you for sending us the letters. If you want to be like Frederick and stay in direct communication, again, send us some letters as well. I gave you the address to the station, 3222 South Ritchie, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. So get out those letters, talk to us, tell us your story, tell us even some inspirational things. They don't always have to be negative. Maybe you're doing some great stuff already in prison. Maybe you're taking classes. Maybe you're taking some courses. Maybe you're working on a certification. So when you're out, day one, you're ready to get you a really great job or start a new career. So tell us your story, man. Especially success stories. I mean, we know you in a situation, we get that. But what Fresh Start really likes is those success stories, that before and after picture, where you were a few years ago, a few months ago, and now where you are right now. So most definitely let us know. All right, Tom, you got 20 seconds. What's in the community that we need to know?
20 seconds. In the community that we need to know, I'm doing the orientations. We're going back out to the prison real soon. We're going to do some stuff out there. We're going to have an event probably in September at the PRC, the Release Center. We're just doing it, bro, and we're gaining more resources. We're gaining more behavioral health resources. We're gaining more housing resources and halfway houses and jobs. Arizona at Work, One Stop. I mean, all these people are jumping on board because they know each life that we are representing is valued.
All right, so we want you to come on out. Let's support and take advantage of these resources, because one thing I do know, it takes a lot to get the resources. If resources is not utilized, they take it back.
Yeah.
So please don't talk about nobody is not helping nobody. That's not true. You know, so when we get these resources out, you need to be bringing you and your family out,
Yeah.
taking advantage of those resources, or they allocate it to other parts of the community. So
That's right.
please make sure you take care of your business and make sure that you get a fresh start. All right, we out. We had another great edition of the Fresh Start Show. We're looking forward to seeing you on next Saturday. I do got resources out there. I got many books out there, so go check my stuff out on Amazon. Some Hurting People Hurt People. We got Black Trauma. We got New Public Health Emergency. We got all kind of stuff, so go out there and check it out. All right, we out. See you next Saturday at 7:30 a.m. where we believe that everyone can get a new beginning. Take care.